Okay, so let's get it open and find out what we got here. Obviously start with number one. I say obviously, it's only obvious till you made the mistake. And the ones that you want for this first step are the ones with the extra kind of hole at the end there. So separate those out, lay them out. We'll be digging into those some more right now. As long as they're both at the same end, I don't think it matters which way round they go. So let's just get them roughly aligned with these holes here for now. And the first thing we're going to do, in fact, is get these plastic guides and go into these holes here. So you see how this oblong section can line up with that section of the cutout there. That's how it goes in, and then just twists in so it's pointing in that direction internally. Okay. So this is going to ultimately it's going to point down like that. Okay. And you want two like that. So again, twist it in, bang, in it goes, just like that. Okay, it's it's lined up like that, and they can in fact you can line them up like that, and you can in fact go ahead and just push them in as well. So that's now secured them for the time being. Now you want to get 8 of these bolts. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make sure you put this where it belongs, in the bin. And get yourself a number 4mm hex bit on a drill driver, set to torque, probably torque 3 or 4 I would have thought. I would recommend putting these halfway in first to begin with, just to fit a bit of resistance, and that way you know that they're all going to be properly aligned. Otherwise you can put the first couple in and the last 2 might be right on the edge of their tolerance, and that would make it really hard. Potentially it could damage the threads and so forth. So let's get it in about halfway. And this one can go all the way. That's not tight, so that's what wants to be done to more like a 10, I reckon. That's it. Okay, so let's get this in bit here, which is these square cutouts, but does not have these little holes at the bottom. And 2 of these metal retainers here. Like so. Okay, bolt in each one to hold it in, and you'll notice there's a bit of thread lock on there to hold it in firmly long term, so any vibration won't make it come loose. Plus these locking washers, and you notice that it says specifically to not do them all the way, so just do them up halfway. So you can put that in there, and then you get one of the legs and screw it into the leg. Now you can use the tool they give you for it, or you can use a socket set, which probably would be preferable. So I will just use the tool they've provided for this bit. If you have a socket set that has, I think this is probably a 15mm head on it, that's going to be quicker, honestly, but I do not have that with me. Right, that's probably as far in as that needs to go. Yeah, leave it a little bit loose, don't tighten it all the way up, like I've just done. Just give it a little bit of slack before tightening it up. So, just going to undo that again slightly. Make sure the holes are on the top there, like so. With that U-shape. There's only one U-shape, and it seems to be bundled with the sides that have to go in a bit later on. I do not believe these are these sides, they are separate. Instead you're going to want these ones with the square cutouts in the end. Just to slide these in, make sure that the square section is facing inwards, and this square section little cutout is at this end of the table, meaning at this end with this little threaded hole is going in, and it can only go one way up, it has to go at the top as you're looking at it, which ultimately will be at the bottom of the table. So this end has to go on that side for that reason. And same again with this. Square section facing inwards, circular cutout, this end, threaded hole on the top going this way. That's it, they're in place. And then you can get the two of these little bolts to hold in. Obviously down the holes up, get half a turn on it by hand so it doesn't cross thread. Same with the other side, before you start tightening anything, get half a turn on it without cross threading it. There you go. And do that, I'm going to start with 6, a torque of 6. That's fine. Okay, next up it's these sections here with this strange cross section on the end, and the cross section on the end engages into that square hole just there, like so, nice and simple, and that threaded, so that hole there, the threaded hole, lines up with that hole just there. So just move that into position, same again on this side. And you're good to go. That's better. Okay, and the other end piece, which has these two oblong cutouts on it and these two other oblong cutouts, is your other end piece now. And these go next to the face of the table there. And it's the same system as the other end. I'm going to put the corner in there, put the corner in there, hold it with a bit of tension on it, get a bolt, make sure you remember your locking washer, and get your 2 feet ready. No, you're not putting the wooden insert in here yet, and that's why we're not going to tighten these up yet. Okay, so they're just going to be half tight. Do remember those locking washers. Do it by hand as far as you can first. It's one of those things where you really need 3 hands, but it's okay once you get going. There you go, that's about as far as that wants to go. Final one around this corner. Okay, now they can be tightened up all the way. And this will ensure that the legs are dead straight when we turn the table the correct way up. And it's nearly done now. Now the top tip. Once you've finished assembling this, get some sellotape and sellotape this to the underside of the sliding section of the table. That way if the legs ever come loose you can get access to the spanner straight away. So now you need to flip the table onto its feet, and let's just leave this as a 2-person lift. I seriously doubt that. You don't want to stress these legs, you don't want to pivot it on the legs if you can help it. That's it. Final piece of wood, which will be the sliding section. Just got a bit of prep to do on that before we can install it. You notice too, these plastic lugs are longer than the other two, so be careful of that. The two longer ones, they want to go on these holes which are closer to the edge, so don't put them on these, put them on these. And I think they've made the holes, no they haven't made the holes idiot proof, so you will want to put these closer to the edge than the shorter ones, the shorter bit in that direction, which go, yeah, they also point towards the outer edge, but they're obviously further away from the edge. Again, 4mm hex bit, and this will probably go up to about I'm going to try an 8 torque on the drill driver. Halfway in with the first one. To make sure we can line this one up, and then all the way with that. Okay, so now extend the table outwards. This way. So lift the table up, pull the legs out, like so. The way it seems to work is these lugs here, the shorter lugs actually engage with the holes in the table there. The longer ones there actually slip underneath the main table to stabilise it. So you drop the whole thing down, slide it this way to engage the lugs, and then slide the whole extension back, or it might be easier weight wise to push this back. This extension needs to slide in effectively, like so. There you go. And that is the extended table. If you want to have the table shortened, Christmas is over, extend it out, and according to Ikea, you can then store this away. Slides in there for storage. So there it is. Just lift it up slightly to push it in. And that is how you install the Ikea Vangsta table. Hope that helps. Please feel free to leave a comment below. I believe all feedback respectfully delivered is a gift. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more videos, please consider subscribing and be sure to press the bell button to make sure you get notified each time I upload a new video. I will be sure to be adding more IKEA videos in the future. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching.